What's up, everybody? I'm the Reformed Piper, and today I'm going to talk about a couple things. First, opening up a Yingling. It's a logger. I don't know if this is accessible everywhere or just something here in the U.S. Ooh, that is good. I just finished mowing my lawn for the first time this year, and you can probably hear in the background there's other people doing the same thing because it's a nice day. It's about 60 degrees out here, and just a beautiful day. I got off a little bit early, so I was able to get that done. Now, this was my first time trying to mow my lawn while smoking a pipe. So I grabbed my cob that I've kind of chewed the stem up quite a bit on. This was one of the first ones I had where I didn't really know what I was doing, so I clenched it really hard. And apparently my molar or canine tooth, whatever, the pointy one, decided to chew right through it. Since then, I've worked a little bit harder on all my other pipes to not do the same thing. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience. I ended up like getting some tongue bite because I was puffing on it really hard, and I tried to slow that down by plugging the tip of the stem with my tongue. Well, in the process, I just started salivating a lot, so I was slobbering all over the side of my face. And I find, you probably noticed in every single video of mine, got it on the right side, but yeah, it was something I never really tried over here. See, that just doesn't feel right. And also, if you look at the cob itself, this is just your basic cob. I picked it up at a local brick and mortar. The difference is I thought it'd be cool to texturize it or whatever, and super new, so I wasted an entire Bic lighter just sitting here torching the outside to give it a nice dark brown. So that's kind of why it looks like that. And for the results, it was okay, but it was kind of expensive because I killed a whole lighter doing it. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, put them down in the comment section below, because like I said, I am new to this working while smoking a pipe, so I've not had any really good luck so far. I've usually done it just casually, and it's more enjoyable, so I used kind of a beater cob, as Sea Smokes would call it, to mow the lawn while I smoking a pipe. And I finally did it. I'm smoking Lane 1Q right now. I smoked it a little bit yesterday morning. I have a couple guys that come over and we meet and smoke a pipe or a cigar. But that's, just an occasional thing that we do. And, well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of people that have talked about this. And I tried it in my mini meerschaum pipe earlier, and now I'm trying it in a cob. And I still don't have my head wrapped around it. Definitely can taste some of the vanilla elements. But it's not as sweet as I thought it'd be. Not as sweet as some of the other ones. So I have an idea for a fun video. It's going to be very different from my current types of videos, but I'm going to do a showdown of similar blends to Lane 1Q. This was my second bowl. Almost one bowl lasted me all the way through mowing my lawn. Usually takes about 45 minutes to mow it, but yeah, it took me a little longer today. Probably because I was smoking a pipe. So, yeah, I have a couple other projects, one of which is this stupid thing right here. If you've seen before, I got some lights strung around there. Well, silly me, I didn't take them down during the middle of winter, and for some reason, not plugged in, so no heat, nothing, I don't know why, but squirrels or something came through and destroyed them all, and kind of plugs in over there, and I draped them up all around, and they go over there. And yes, there's two stoves right now. It's another little project, but in like 5 or 6 different places, silly critters destroyed these. And if you've purchased some of these outdoor indoor light bulbs with the fancy orangish yellow color kind of environment light bulbs, they aren't the cheapest. So I'm going to try to splice them with some wire nuts and electrical tape it to see if I can revive some of the strands. Yeah, this one's about done here, this bowl. I actually have a little unboxing. I have another one edited already for some more estate pipes that I purchased, and that's not what this is, so I kind of have something else set up here for a second video in a little bit, and I'll probably post them both today. But yeah, it was enjoyable for the most part, smoking a pipe while mowing. I've tried some other things, but I just get so caught up in the process of whatever I'm doing that this becomes like a second nature type thing, and I'm sitting here just puffing on it really hard. So love to hear what you guys think and what you would recommend to improve smoking while mowing, or whether I'm whittling something, you know, fun stuff. But it is a really beautiful day. First day I've been able to sit outside and wear some shorts. Probably gonna try to sit out here all day. Hopefully tomorrow's nice too. I might be able to sneak out. Tomorrow is the big day, the big 2/6. Yeah, gonna be 26. Not really excited, not really not excited. It's just kind of a birthday. I'm past the whole exciting craze where you can drink and buy fireworks. I didn't even plan that. There was a time where I worked at Phantom Fireworks. I started out as a cashier and then ended up working back in the stock room, and I'll tell you what, my like OCD nature, they gave me the hardest aisle with all like the novelty firecrackers and little snaps and like fountains, and I was thrown on there one day, and I will tell you what, it was one of the most organized aisles and one of the hardest aisles to organize, because it's got all the small little things in little individual categories, whereas, you know, the other aisles with the 500 gram and the repeaters, which is, you know, the big box ones, the light ones, and like you got like 10 different types of them, and you just got to put these giant boxes in a stack, and those were like not kept up stocked at all. But my aisle was stocked and it was organized, and that's actually kind of one of the fun things about that job. I was hired on as that cashier, but I was a full-time stocker after that. And around the 4th of July here in the States, I mean, it just gets crazy inside fireworks stores. In one day around the 4th, we would do over $300,000 in sales. Anyway, when that comes, there's a lot of kids who aren't allowed to touch anything, and a lot of parents and people that don't really enjoy lighting fireworks like me. You know, I actually have a family party every year where I light this huge spectacular display of fireworks, and oh my gosh, it's like person to person, and right now it's hard to think about because of everything going on with the social distancing, but literally people just packed, especially in this aisle. I'm sweating. I'd be working 15-hour shifts because we were so busy, and heck, it was good because I was getting good overtime for minimum wage at the time. But my aisle throughout the entire day would stay stocked, and I got so in the zone, didn't use the restroom, didn't eat anything. I forget what time I started in the morning, but I was 12 hours in, and my manager and assistant manager were like, "Josh, you need to take a break." Like, they saw me, I'm sweating. I'm like, "What? No, I can't. The aisles, they're being destroyed. Like, what am I gonna do?" And they basically forced me to take a break. So, went on my break, and what I did was I went up where the cash registers were and walked down to about 1 or 2, and I would look down my aisle and I'd just see what everyone's taken. And so I didn't really go to the bathroom at that point, didn't eat anything. I think I maybe snacked on something, I don't know, it's been quite a while. But my manager saw me, caught me. I think one of the cashiers told on me, because they're like, "Oh my gosh, this kid's gonna pass out and we're gonna have some liability or something if he does not take a break." So they forced me to go on a break, and they took me outside the building because all I could think about was the fireworks, and I was in like the stock room looking at the different things I could get to go restock. And of course everyone else's aisles were like empty, and they were trying to keep a stock, but they couldn't keep up. Not trying to toot my own horn, but yeah, I'm trying to toot my own horn there. And what happened was, actually there's a big water tower there, in case you know any type of fire were to break out. They would, you know, have water on. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a spider. Sorry, it's one of the stink bugs crawling right above the camera. But they actually took me behind the water tower, set me down at a bench, and talked with me about non-firework related things for like 15 to 20 minutes, because they knew I needed a break. They got me a water and I think a Gatorade, because you know, the electrolytes, and they gave me something to eat. But yeah, I mean, I was so in the zone. And you know, people say there's pyrotechnics and pyromaniacs. Everyone would say I'm a pyromaniac. I consider myself a technic because I'm very cautious with fires. I take my parties very seriously. I wet down the grass, and I, you know, just try to make sure everything is done in a safe manner. So more of a technic in my opinion, but just working with them, handling them, and from a young age, like, oh my gosh, I loved fireworks. And my dad got me this assortment once, and I was like, oh, and you know, would light off firecrackers and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this year because of everything going on with this distancing, quarantine stuff affecting pricing and budgets and all kinds of fun stuff. So just finished up that, so I'll probably wrap this video up. I think that's about it on my story. Oh, one last thing. When I did work there, they actually, the day after the 4th, everyone who's their first year gets like fired, let off on the spot, because literally the day after the 4th, it's a ghost town. I mean, you could easily do $300,000 of business on the 4th of July as everyone's getting their last minute fireworks. And it's packed, you know, lines are constantly full. Next day it's a ghost town. But because of how hard I worked, I made it to the cutoff where the week after the 4th of July, restocking, getting shipment in to refill the shelves, they have like their core group of people who've been working, you know, seasonally there for years and years and years. And I got to stay on, and I loved it. And I stayed for that week, and I helped restock, and I did cashier, and just kind of did it all. Worked at the front, checking people's IDs, making sure they're 18 before I give them paperwork, make sure they sign it saying they'll have fireworks out of the state within 24 hours. And yeah, it was fun. I actually went on vacation the week after that, and what happened was, like they said, okay, let us know like what you're gonna do if you're gonna come back the week afterwards, because they just loved me, and you know how much I guess I did. You know, I was a machine when I worked there, so they wanted, you know, get as much as they could out of me. So at that point, after that week, they actually let go all the other people who are normally, you know, working there seasonally every year. They're basically their buddies of the manager. And I'm on my way back up from vacation the Sunday after this, and we went down, you know, somewhere I think in Hilton Head, which is in North Carolina. Don't quote me on that. And they said, hey, where are you? You're supposed to be here like an hour ago. And it was like 1 o'clock. And I said, I never told you guys I was coming back. I said I'd call you and let you know when I got back from vacation. But they had to schedule the whole week. And it's kind of funny because after that conversation, I actually didn't even talk to them again. And this was before I knew my wife. Oh gosh, 2012 maybe? 8 years ago. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. Anyway, I'm getting old. Tomorrow I'm 26, and this video is 14 minutes long, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am going to make another one right after this, so I will see you guys in a second.